Hey and welcome to this video. Today I have a very special unit for you as a review, and it's this guy here. It's the Klark Teknik 2A classic compressor. Alright, so what this unit is, it's an analog compressor, a tube compressor, or as the Englishman would say, valve compressor, of the classic LA2A compressor. Let's go quickly through the features. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then of course we're going to hear some sound samples. I'm going to use it especially on guitar, acoustic guitar, and the vocals. So we're going to hear a little bit of that, and I will also have a singer-songwriter music that we're going to run through this nice unit. All right, so first of all, we got a switch for limit or compress. Same as on the classic unit. You can either use it in limiting mode, which is near infinity to 1, or in a compression that's basically like a normal compressor with a fixed ratio. So the next one, the pre-emphasis, it's essentially a screw that you can turn, and it's basically a side chain. So in the full clockwise position, it's the default mode. It reacts to the full bandwidth of the signal that's coming into the compression circuit. And if you turn it counterclockwise, so fully counterclockwise, less high frequencies go to the compression circuit, but it's always in the side chain. So it's not directly affecting the signal itself. Then, of course, the output gain. As you can see, I have it now in the position of 20. Maybe I use also 30. I have inserted on the analog console behind me, and there is actually plenty of output gain on this unit, so that's why it's so low here. Then of course a rather beautiful view meter, very classic style. Then we got a knob for the peak reduction from 10 to 100, and also a switch where you can select the view meter going through the output plus 10, output plus 4, or you can see the gain reduction, and a power switch, which is very nice. Some units don't have that anymore. Always a nice feature. So in the back of the unit, we got XLR and TRS input and outputs. There's also a stereo mode, so you can link two units together if you want to use it in a stereo signal, or for example on a instrument bus or something like that if you want to use that. And there is also a little screw for the VU meter calibration. So in the unit itself, there are 4 different tubes. So let's go quickly through the specifications here. If you're interested in that, frequency response, of course, 10 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Noise at unity gain is native 87 dBu, which is actually quite good. Attack time of the compressor is typically 10 milliseconds, and the release time is a special one, typically 50 milliseconds for the 50% of the release, and up to 5 seconds for the full release then. Then tubes are 4 tubes. 2 of them are 12AX7, one is a 12BH7, and we got also a EL84. I don't know how easily they are swap-able, so you might have to contact Klark Teknik for that. Possibly it is quite simple, and you might get different sounds if you change them. But as far as I tested it so far, they actually do sound quite good, and I think I don't have interest for now to change them. All right, so those are the specifications. As far as the test goes, I have prepared acoustic guitar, vocals, and, as I said, singer-songwriter music. I'm going to run, first of all, the acoustic guitar through it. I have 2 channels for that on the console. So one has inserted the Klark Teknik 2A, and the other one is a complete tri-channel. So there's nothing inserted. Of course, they're on both no EQ or something like that, so just the pure signal. And I try to match the gain as good as I can so you can really hear the difference. All right, so I would say let's go. All right, so now I would say let's try to switch between the Klark Teknik and the signal without it. So let's start again without it. All right, so let's go to vocals. Let's see how that sounds. And let's start off with the tri signal again.
Take me down in my necklaces and gown, wanna play along tonight. Take me down, give me glamour by the pound, it be going round tonight. Down at the palace, got to be addressed. Take me down where they mingle with the crown. Can we be profound tonight? Royal clowns, talking syllables and nouns, never wrong and never right. Down at the palace, 2 cents are priceless. Yeah. People be tripping on their fizz, they be sipping, but we got our own thing going down. 'Cause there's no denying that tonight'll be sublime as long as you're around. Oh, those nights have a little taste of life. You and I, pleasure is endless down at the palace. Take me down in my necklaces and gown, wanna play along tonight. Take me down, give me glamour by the pound, it be going round tonight. Down at the palace, got to be addressed. Take me down where they mingle with the crown. Can we be profound tonight? Royal clowns, talking syllables and nouns, never wrong and never right. Down at the palace, 2 cents are priceless. Yeah. People be tripping on their fizz, they be sipping, but we got our own thing going down. 'Cause there's no denying that tonight'll be sublime as long as you're around. Oh, those nights have a little taste of life. You and I, pleasure is endless down at the palace.
All right, and now maybe let's switch again between those two. So first, the signal without the Klark Teknik.
Take me down in my necklaces and gown, wanna play along tonight. Take me down, give me glamour by the pound, it be going round tonight. Down at the palace, got to be addressed. Take me down where they mingle with the crown. Can we be profound tonight? Royal clowns, talking syllables and nouns, never wrong and never right. Down at the palace, 2 cents are priceless. Yeah. People be tripping on their fizz, they be sipping, but we got our own thing going down. 'Cause there's no denying that tonight'll be sublime as long as you're around. Oh, those nights have a little
All right, so those are the vocals. Sounds pretty nice, actually, I think. Really thickens up the sound. And now let's try a typical singer-songwriter style, which is acoustic guitar and vocals. Singer here is Katrin Hammerschmidt. And you've probably heard it in one of my other videos. And I have here a song which is called Hope for More. So let's start off with the try signal again. Starts off with the acoustic guitar.
I told you I would let it go. I told you it was much better so. Queen of ice, slow down heart, thought in stone. Just reflections of a place called home. You had told me I would go ahead when the snow melts down and there's no choice instead. So now I'm here and told my head up and hear this whisper that I own this land. I own this land. I hope for more. I hope for more. So now I'm here and told my head up and hope for more. I hope for more. Hope for more.
So let's try again switching between those two and go to the louder parts here so we can hear a little bit more compression going on. So here we go. First off with the try signal again.
You had told me I would go ahead when the snow melts down and there's no choice instead. So now I'm here and told my head up and hear this whisper that I own this land. I own this land. I hope for more. I hope for more. So now I'm here and told my head up and hope for more. I hope for more. Hope for more.
All right, so I hope I could give you quite a good overview of this unit, especially with the sound samples. I think it sounds really great. I think that I might do also another follow-up video in the future where I compare it to a plug-in, maybe the Waves one. So just to hear how they sound, if there is a difference or not. But as I have this unit now and I put it in the output rack, I'm going to use it probably on the vocals or maybe also on the acoustic guitar sometimes. So really have to think about that. And of course, it's always nice to have a little bit of an analog mojo in your signal chain. So, as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, see you in the next video.